Behind us today are two very reliable SUVs that are wanted by a lot of people, but there happens to be some bias between these two SUVs, and that's what we're here to clear today.
So she's right with me, and I am Car Continent. So before we go further, please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channels, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and every other social media platform, so you don't miss any episode of our debate series.
Then when you do that, be sure to tell us at the end of this video, after watching this video, which between these two SUVs you think is the better one to own. This 2012 Mercedes ML350 started the W166 generation, which ran all the way to the year 2019, and it is a very beautiful, durable, strong machine, and affordable too, which is why everybody wants one, and they're always indecisive or undecisive of which to go for, especially when you have these two put together. Anyway, right in front here, you have this beauty that is this car. You have this beautiful front look. You have this Mercedes grille that just reminds you that you are driving something of European prestige. You have your LED headlamps, you have fog lamps, great ground clearance, and something that is to die for. Of course, on the side here, you have your 19-inch rims, which are very beautiful. 4 brake pistons rather in the front, 2s in the rear, and you get your blue efficiency badge, meaning that this particular unit here, built in the year 2012, consumes less fuel than the regular Mercedes ML350. Still on the side, you have your side mirror that is power folding with side indicators. You have blind spot detection warning. You have this beautiful running board that eases your entry into the car, which is really good. And then moving all the way to the back, of course. And behind here, you get this beautiful look. So it looks like a mature SUV, like it's supposed to be that full-size executive type SUV. And one would think it's that, if not for the older brother, the GL. Of course, but yes, you have this, and then even with all of this design, you have beautiful power tailgates, which anchors you into all of the space. We're referring to 36 cubic feet of space here with the second row seats up. That is a lot of space for an SUV of this side.
So while this is the best-selling RX350 Lexus ever produced for now, I'll take you around this one. The first thing I have to say is this has a better angle of attack compared to the ML350. So that's why I'm opting for this car. That's one. So I have normal xenon headlamps and normal bulbs as daytime running lights with good grille space that allows air going into the engine. 19-inch rims, smart entry, which is optional on that car. So you might buy one today and then there's no smart entry in it. Okay, I have side blinkers, chrome finishing, and overall the side of this car is very, very fine. Oh, one more thing. I have better ground clearance on the side compared to the ML350. It's an SUV, for crying out loud. Why would I be driving a low car and call it an SUV? Come on. Though I don't get LED lamps here, but they are still very fine, casual. And I have parking sensors behind this car. The boot space of that ML is wider than this, but I have reclining and adjustable seats. So I get to get more space in this particular car. For crying out loud, what exactly do you want to carry? This space is enough. Now, I have a very, very level-headed compartment. I don't know how Lexus managed to do this, but they do this here and they do it in engine bay. They arrange every single thing properly and it's always detailed.
The design of the Mercedes ML cabin was inspired by the W212 generation of the E-Class, and I would say it is beautiful, it is exquisite, and it is, like I said earlier, very executive. So you have very durable, high quality build materials right here in the cabin. I mean, we're talking about this beautiful wood trim right here. You have soft to touch leather that is very premium and very durable, and you have that all over the car. Even beautifully, you have a panel sunroof, which that RX doesn't have. And you know, when you say a panel sunroof in a car, what that means, right? It is just a beauty, a sight to behold. In the middle here, of course, you have your beautiful multimedia screen, which uses the Mercedes command interface. Further lower, you have the controls for the multimedia screen. Here, you have your heated seat function. Of course, you have your traction control and your hill descent and climb assist functions. Even below, you have dual zone climate control and Further down, you have a lot of storage. So you have storage in here, you have 2 cup holders, more storage in here. Of course, this toggle for your multimedia screen, and beautifully, you have this. More storage here as well. Of course, when it comes to this, you have beautiful soft to touch leather seats that have 8-way power adjustability, and it is just very comfortable. And the seating capacity right here in front is amazing because you get a lot of room, which is really cool. So in this particular segment, you have your gauge cluster, which is both digital and analog, which you can actually toggle through if you just use these buttons on this side of the steering wheel. While on this side, you get buttons that control the multimedia system, and you also get voice control. Behind the steering wheel, you have 2 beautiful paddle shifters to toggle through your gears, and you have your beautiful gear selector right here. On this side, of course, you have other levers that perform other functions like your windshield wiper, your cruise control, and all of that. This beautiful steering here has this very sturdy feel. It is leather and it just feels very easy and nice to hold, right? And even more interestingly, it uses the EPS, the electric power steering system, so driving is pretty beautiful with this car. Let's talk about how much space it is that we have here. So we talked about space in the trunk, space in the front, but here at the back, you get the option to take this all the way down flat, thus practically doubling the amount of capacity, or the capacity you have right there in the trunk, and so you can swing in as many stuff it is as you want, which is pretty great. So now to get in here, pretty easy, pretty comfortable. You have, or I have rather, a lot of legroom, a lot of headroom, even as I have a beautiful roof, sunroof right here, and it is just amazing. So not only do you get a lot of space in this car is very practical. For example, right here at the back, you have 2 extra cup holders on the armrest. If you just take this back up, you have extra AC vents, you have a 12-volt socket, you even have a 115-volt socket right there for your laptop, which is pretty great. You have this beautiful grab handle. Of course, you get reading lights at the back. This leather here is beautiful and very comfortable, and in this SUV, you also get standard driver and safety technology features, which include your ABS, of course. You have traction and stability control, as well as others. And then optional features, you have lane departure warning and a lot. I mean, this is a 2012 SUV, so those were pretty optional back in those days. But anyway, guys, tell me what exactly about the ML it is that you like, because there's so many things in here. I mean, the comfort and luxury that this SUV gives you, the plushness of this cabin, you miss all of that in the RX350.
So I have enough headroom, enough legroom, 8-way adjustable seats, power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. See? We both in heated and ventilated seats. I have reverse camera on this one. Since it's the basic option, I have the reverse camera here, but for the full option, you have the reverse camera standard here. And also I have dual zone climate control. I have very plush finishing on this interior. I have cup holders here. I have a bottle holder there and here too. I want to drink beer, feel now. Standard. Anyway, so I have this mouse to control my infotainment system. We both do not have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, so we do Bluetooth compatibility here. So you see, I have a lot more to play with in this car. Now there's something else I want to tell you guys. When you buy this car from factory, they give you 3 keys, and each key adapts to its own owner. So if I come in today, I sit like this, it has that memory. If the next person comes in with another key and sits has his own sitting, it has its own memory. So 3 memory for whoever is entering inside this car. I have analog and digital speed clock here. I have cruise control. I have voice command, active voice command. Then push to start is standard here. On that car, it's optional. So while I have rear AC vents here, I have enough head and leg room. See, if I was going for a biking competition, I would still have enough space to carry my helmet. Now, I have cup holders here, enough storage compartments, bottle holders on the edge, and I have 8 speakers in this car, so I can even do mini bedu inside. See, that's why it's an SUV, for all the space. I'll carry somebody here, carry another one here, carry another one here. stretch my leg the way I like. That's why I'm buying the Lexus. Enough space. 3.5-litre naturally aspirated V6 engine.
3.5-litre naturally aspirated V6.
6-speed automatic transmission.
7-speed automatic.
270 horsepower with 335 Newton meter of torque.
302 horsepower with 370 Newton meters of torque.
Front-wheel drive or an optional all-wheel drive.
Standard 4MATIC, or you can get some as rear-wheel driven SUV.
0 to 100 in 7.3 seconds.
0 to 100 in 7 seconds flat.
But mine has a better fuel efficiency than yours, 20 miles per gallon.
What is the difference between 20 miles per gallon and 19 miles per
1 mile, 1 whole mile. If easy, run and we will see. While I can drive this in water anytime safely, your steering rack is electric. Once it enters water, it starts dancing. Really, really expensive to maintain, you know that, right?
So your steering response still feels a bit finicky, right? And if you take out the cost of maintenance when it comes to the steering rack on my car, both cars actually cost about the same to maintain. Anyway, nonetheless, these two cars offer very composed handling. Like, the ride quality in both cars are very amazing. They're also very good daily drivers. So I want you to tell us in the comment section, having seen everything it is that we've shown you about both cars, which do you think is the better car for you to own and why?
So we've come to the end of this particular episode of our car comparison series. Please give us a like and share this video with your friends. Meanwhile, tell us the cars you'd like us to compare next and we'll do well to listen to you guys. Thank you very much.